Well, good afternoon, folks. How are you guys doing today? I just thought I would go ahead and give us a little bit of a preview before Sunday's lesson. This lesson is the follow-up to last week's lesson. We talked in Genesis 18 last week about Abraham pleading on behalf of Lot that God would spare the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah and not destroy them. Even though he was justified to do so, Abraham kept asking God, if you find 50 people, will you spare them? And all the way down to 10. And so that story ended, and we pick it up now in Genesis chapter 19, where the angels actually come into the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. And some of the things that we're going to see in this passage are rather disturbing. They're actually disgusting in nature. We have these two angels come into town, and Lot convinces them to go into his house. By the way, notice that Lot was sitting in a place of prominence in the city that was known for its wickedness by being at the city gate. And so he begs them to come to their house. They go to the house. The men of the city come with desires to rape these two angels, and they, to the point of they were trying to bang down the door to do so. Lot, in what is a disgusting display, offers to give up his daughters for the cause instead of them raping the angels. That's just disgusting and very disturbing. Then the next morning, the angels wake Lot and his family and try to send him out of the city. One note was that Lot had told his sons-in-law that they should get ready to leave the city because God was about to destroy the city. And the description is that they laughed. It shows the lack of influence that Lot had in their life spiritually. So the angels tell Lot that it's time to leave the city. Lot doesn't want to go. He pauses. And the angels, it said, took them because of God's mercy and led he and his family out of the town. They told them to run into the mountains. Lot begged to go to another city instead. They went to that city. They were told not to look back at all. God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. In the process of destroying Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot's wife looks back longingly at the city and is immediately turned into a pillar of salt. And then Lot goes with his two daughters now, and they go up into the mountains to live there, where they were told to go originally by the angels, but they didn't. Now they go there, and in the process, his daughters realize that Lot will not have his name passed on, so they devise a plan and rape their father, and both of them get pregnant and produce children that create nations. Now, this is a disgusting story. It's not an easy one to talk about. It's certainly not going to be easy to know how to teach it in a way that, that draws out the truths of it, but that does not offend. But we can really work on our application parts from the city. The first part that I want us to notice is that Lot moved into this city, and then he adapted to living wickedly there. And I just think it'd be good to have a discussion with the kids about why is it that usually we're influenced to do wrong instead of those who want to do right influencing others around them to do what's right. So, in other words, why is it that we don't recommend that a person get mixed up with a group of friends that are bent on doing wickedness with the hopes of transforming them? I think there's a good discussion point there, because the majority of the time that you end up doing the wrong as opposed to what's right. Now, we still should be people of character and integrity that should insist on doing what's right, but to continuously put ourselves in a place of risk is dangerous. The other thing is that, does the story teach us anything about who we allow to influence our lives? Lot, I'm sure, didn't move into that city and be comfortable with the wickedness that was going there right away. But over time, he did become comfortable, even so much so that he paused before leaving. His wife looked back longingly to the city. And then God still remembered to save Lot and his family, even though they were wicked. And I think we can learn an important lesson about God's faithfulness to his promises just from that part of the story as well. So there's our story. This will be for this Sunday at Faith East, next Sunday at Faith West. Another thing I just want to touch on quickly is in your small group time on second Sunday at Faith West or third Sunday at Faith East, I would like for you to plan to go through the stewardship card of what you can do to serve, card that our church is doing for Stewardship Month. And so I would like you to go through that with your group and be able to help them fill that stuff out. When we make commitments to do things, it becomes easier to do them in the long run. So Thank you very much for your service. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye.